Hello, everybody. My name is Vodkavsky, and today I just wanted to spend some time talking about the current, how things have been going on the channel and how I want to change things because I don't feel like the channel has been doing well with how I currently have everything scheduled on it and how I've been doing streams, trying to keep up with a schedule that in reality I can't really keep up with. And I have to stream very inconsistently, and I don't have a lot of stuff that, like, people want to see some things, and I'm probably streaming too many different things at a time, and then they're just not interested to stick around to see it. So I wanted to go ahead and make a change today to revise how things are done on the channel. And one of the things I want to do is streaming one game at a time until it's complete and then moving on to the next game from there. So instead of having 3 game slots that I stream at a time, I'm just gonna stream games one at a time. So this will become I stream games. And and then we're gonna just swap this out. And down here, current game streaming, we're gonna finish the Halo series, and then we'll move on to the Deus Ex games. So we'll just drop these out like this. So everybody who wants to see the Halo series, yeah, if people want to see the Halo series, that'll be the first thing that comes up. So, pool of games randomly drawn from. Current pool of games randomly drawn from. And we'll go ahead and revise this list a little bit. So we'll put the Deus Ex games. Yep. Deus Ex, and then we'll just tack these onto the back of that. And we'll add Deus Ex Human Revolution right there. And we'll take Invisible War, throw it in right there. And then we'll do the same thing with the number 3 slot. So once we finish up those 2 series, then we'll get back to Fallout. So what that means is we'll take our Fallout series down here. Bam. And we'll bring it up here. So we'll be doing Halo, then Deus Ex, and then resuming Fallout from there. So we'll take Fallout 3 out of our current set of stuff we're streaming. And now we're only going to stream one game at a time. And so we'll be playing the Halo series, Deus Ex, then Fallout, and then it'll be Hitman 2. But I also want to rearrange how we had some of this stuff coming up, so some stuff we were gonna look forward to playing gets played still, and then stuff that was further out stays further out. I might just do this list in order, or I might just randomly pick from it. Instead of just like strictly we're doing this list, because it seems like the way I currently have the channel set up, nobody likes watching it. It's got too much structure to the point where I can't even keep up with it. And it's difficult. I constantly have to cancel streams and push streams out and do streams at different times. So that's something I'm going to be revising as well. So all of that stuff that I just grabbed, we're gonna put up here. Yeah. There we go. And then now we have all of these games here. Seems alright. And that pushes a lot of stuff down. That's okay. I really have no idea what exactly people want to see on the channel. I still have a suggestion box. Nobody really uses it, but it still exists. And I also have... So this is done. We'll submit that change. And then this is done. We'll submit that change. Till we finish a game and swap it out for a new one. So we'll finish that. And then... Yep, all of this looks good. Okay. So, panels are updated. I need to change this picture, but I'll get to that. I'll have to make a new picture for that. Let's see. So now we want to go ahead and go to the... How do I just edit the description? I wish there was just a button here. Should be a button right here to do it, but you can't just edit it right here. Oh, there it is. I'm blind, that's why. Okay, so let's change this. This I can't constantly keep up with. I have to cancel streams all the time, and I have to change the time I'm streaming. And a lot of events in life keep getting in the way of when I want to stream and do things. So we're going to be changing this description and the entire channel structure here. So you'll just get streams whenever they happen. They might be 24 hours long, they might be 30 minutes long, and hopefully somewhere in between there that's more consumable. But I really don't have the ability to, like, I don't have enough reason to prioritize streams to the point where I'm willing to sacrifice other things in life in order to make the streams happen exactly and perfectly and put as much effort into streams as much as I want to. So I had to do this revision for the channel to make it more, to keep the quality of it that I want to have. Otherwise, it's gonna stay inconsistent and splotchy and lower quality and everything. So I'd rather have a different dynamic going with the channel. So it'll be kind of like how it used to be when closer to when I first started the channel, like a couple of years ago. Instead of the strict schedule, it was just sort of, I streamed and people popped in, and it was a pretty good casual time. all of this other stuff is still the same. I don't buy ads, I don't use sponsors. I'm individually driven by the old school Let's Play. I still want to maintain that style. More stuff on the About section. And I still eventually want to make more content on YouTube, even though I still haven't done that. I've been doing other life things. Even though this is like the #1 thing I wish I was able to do in life, but oh well. I stream games. Uh, pop in when you can. That's pretty much it. I think that's a decent. That's all I got really. So I stream games, pop in when you can. There's not, like I said, this is going to be a complete change to the scheduling and content. I may even just randomly not do whatever's listed for being streamed and change. Like, if I'm streaming a game, maybe I'll just stream a different game one day. Or maybe I'll stream some reaction content to something if I don't want to stream a game or something one day, or if I want to do something else. I don't know. If I want to have an art stream, that's one thing that I really, really wanted to start doing, is streaming me making all of the different channel art and stuff that I want to make, because there's been so much time put into making all of the different stuff about the channel that it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I wish I just streamed this instead, and then I would have way more time to make it way better to the point that I'm trying to get it to. Because there's been a lot of different things, as you can see here, that I've been making um, for the channel over the years of streaming. A lot of different, thumbnail styles and a lot of different methods of making the different thumbnails. Like when Battlefield 6 came out, I just went with a lot of stock images that released with the game to see if that was more eye-catching or not. And I also tried using MS Paint for things. And then I started to attempting to use GIMP in a limited capacity to make be able to splice images together and add visual effects and stuff. Um, but I don't really have the time to make it like super high quality, so it's just really shitty. It's just basically shit posts for the most part. And I also tried game screenshots by going back, which has been like my favorite method because it does produce an original image, but at the same time it's also very, very simple, not super high quality thing. Um, and I don't think I've deleted any of the content I've produced for the channel except for the videos themselves, because those take up the most hard drive space, of course. So I physically can't store them. So I still have all of the thumbnails and everything, and all of the different variety items I've produced for the channel over the years. And all these are a bunch of clips right here. These are a bunch of different ideas I had for the different alerts and stuff that haven't been going off. This is some of the original stuff I made that I haven't used in eons. I should probably make more of those. But yeah, that'll be for like an art stream that I want to do at some point. All of these thumbnails I tried at one point. This is the shitty Oblivion thumbnails you'll see on YouTube. I thought it might be funny. I enjoyed making them. Thought they were a little different. Resizing stuff, making them look goofy. That didn't really affect anything. tried some... I also don't know how to crop things properly to make them fit into the YouTube thumbnail section. Like, other YouTubers know exactly the shape of the picture they need to use. I still haven't figured that out properly. Uh, and I don't think I ever will. But I've tried a lot of different styles to make the channel art different in a variety of ways, making things more goofy, trying intense projects, and trying low effort, higher effort, and stuff. But that doesn't really affect anything. So I think at the end of the day, I think it might just be uh, the structure of it, or it's just me. And if it's just me, oh well, get over it. Skill issue. But if it's just the structure of it, then we're gonna try revising the structure to be more dynamic. Um, the those ones right there, where was that at? From the XCOM and when I did the Red Alert series and everything like that. These were some of my proudest ones because I took all of the memes that I've seen in the past that were funny, and then I added the context of the games we were playing. And this is like I had a lot of fun making these, but I don't think anybody really cared about them that much. Um, like the XCOM rookie, and all of these different things here. The tier list of pain on when things happen. I liked this one, cropping this nose out. I think I did that. No, I think I just added the caption, and this picture was probably just how it was. I thought those were a lot of fun to make, and yeah, random test stream did that at one point. Oh yeah, here's a lot more right here. So at one point I was these are just more of them that went on the Instagram posts and stuff. That's from Halo Wars. And then when I was first doing streams for a bit, I did a lot of screenshots. Literally just taking a picture of the computer screen like you can see here. These images have like the pixels of the computer screen on them. Did that. That didn't really matter that much. This is from Red Alert. We got Red Alert 3 memes that I made. As well as I also mixed in some game screenshots and stuff. I don't know if it's just the games or my personality or what, but I don't know how to drive up the number of viewers and stuff. Because I've also tried like letting people know in real life, hey, I stream and stuff, but without being like a pushy dick about it and being like, hey, check out my thing. Here's the link. I don't have like a business card or anything I hand out to people. I don't grab their phone out of their hand and make them subscribe to the YouTube channel and stuff. Um, I just mention it if it's a relevant topic that comes up. Some of the Stardew Valley stuff I did. More taking pictures of the computer screen because I didn't realize the snipping tool was a useful thing I could use. Once I discovered the snipping tool, it definitely helped make these a lot higher quality, but uh, it didn't really matter in the end, I guess. One of my favorite ones, the Lobster Man. After taking 3 shots directly to the chest and then your turn ends. I like that. I like these. Like, I actually liked making these. I actually found these funny and stuff. I enjoyed making these. It took a lot of effort, though. Like, a lot of these took a long time to put together. And I didn't really think anybody was enjoying them at all. Not nearly as much as I was. I like these. The Muton about to kill 5 rookies in one turn after taking 5 stuns and not going down. I like all of the different memes I made. That's one of the reasons I haven't deleted all this stuff is because I actually enjoyed making them, you know? It was actually enjoyable. You know, these are all memories of the channel right here. Uh, so hopefully I can do more with the different schedule of the stream and putting different content on the streams. Hopefully I can have more time I can dedicate to making better, maybe not better, but stuff that, you know, clearly some more passion was put into it instead of what has been done lately, which is the quick and simple, you know, get a quick screenshot or use a relevant image or something like that. Because it's progressively becoming that where I just do that because I don't have time to make an image. I don't have time to turn it into a meme or anything. Uh, or I can't skim through the previous stream to find a good enough picture, so I just sort of grab whatever happened in the last stream that was significant. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things that went into the channel before I even started to do some various projects. Like this was me figuring out how to make this original PNG tuber here, what type of eyes I wanted to use. I had this general theme about it, and I needed to figure out how to refine the style a little more. And then I finally figured this one out, which was decent enough. And then eventually I figured out how to make them transparent, but you know, that took a while. Because you know, all of these were not transparent, but eventually I figured that out. This is all stuff I had originally made in MS Paint for the channel, and actual hours and hours of work. This was me originally making the channel icon. I wanted it to be like sleek and simple and modern looking, but I wanted it to also be original. So this is just how the logo has always been. It hasn't been like simplified and revised really. This has been like my vision for the channel, and I'm trying to stick with it and keep my vision a reality as much as I can. I feel like I had to do a separate VK just to make it more legible for people, because if it's this, then they get confused, probably. So, what's all this? This is more thumbnail stuff. This is from like YouTube projects and stuff. Uh, memes I used for different videos and stuff. Um, yeah, it's just a small glimpse into all of that. But yeah, there's gonna be changes happening to the channel because as it currently stands, I don't have the ability to just get streams going how I want them to, you know? I just want to be able to boot up a stream and then go for however long until we reach a more natural ending point and then stop there. And I don't want to have this pressure of I have to stream at this time, but then it's something that nobody wants to see, so I'm just streaming super hardcore on a schedule every single day that we stream normally, and it doesn't pan out into anything that anybody wants to see, and it doesn't pan out into something I enjoy. So I wanted to try and make it more dynamic, so that way it's not so uh I think the word I'm looking for is sterile. Because right now the channel feels probably too sterile, and it probably needs to be more unpredictable. I think that's probably the biggest thing. So less less predictability would probably help some. Because I'm not really sure what draws people to want to watch different streams, because I don't really understand what people enjoy about different content online. Like, I know what I like, obviously, and anytime I've ever tried to talk to people about the different things that I like, it seems like it's of no interest to other people besides myself. So it's very hard for me to figure out what kind of content to produce that would make other people enjoy like what I would make, if that makes sense. Like if I can figure out what people want to see, then I would just make my stuff in my style, but also make it something that other people would want to see, you know? But every time I've tried to just stick to my guns and do what I want and, you know, all of that stuff, it doesn't seem to like make anybody happy in the end. Like I feel satisfied when I put a lot of effort into something and I make it as high quality as I can and work hard on something and then I get the result that I sort of aimed for. But at the end of the day, it doesn't seem to be making anybody happy except me, which is one of the main reasons I want to make this big change to the channel in terms of how I'm going to be streaming in the future. So instead of here's the schedule, catch me when you can, it's going to be different to where I'll be more dynamic. You'll be able to possibly see more streams in the future. Because they won't be just this stuck pattern that we've been in for a while, which people haven't really wanted to see for a long time. I feel like the number of people who watch the streams is just going down. The people who interact with the streams is going down, and I don't think it's because, like, I haven't changed anything about my personality. I've been doing the same thing I've been doing, but people don't want to see what I've been doing lately. So if I make it different, that's probably going to be healthier for the channel versus keeping it all exactly the same like it has been. And that's pretty much it. As far as I can tell, at least. Just a big schedule change. No more streaming specifically on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, specifically from 4:30 to specifically 6:30 p.m., specifically Eastern Standard Time. No more specifically these games in this order and some different content to come in the future. We're going to have streams where I'm going to be producing some content and that should be something more digestible for people instead of what I've been doing, which nobody seems to want to digest at all. Which, is disappointing because I did put, I don't know about thousands of hours, but definitely hundreds of hours into easily hundreds of hours. If you count up all of the hours of the streams I've uploaded to YouTube, which is another issue I've been having. I don't even have time to upload stuff to YouTube anymore because I'm just so busy producing stuff all the time. And then immediately have to stop streaming to go do some other thing, outside of streaming. So I forget to throw the things on YouTube lately. I got like a bunch of streams I gotta upload that I just got to turn off the computer and then the day is over before I know it and I freaking I got so many different stuff going on I'm trying to do all at the same time, which is really my biggest problem with life is I want to do a million things, but I just wish I had more time to do them. Um, but I don't. I really don't. I wish I had more time. because I want to put more effort into the channel. I don't like doing low effort stuff. And I wish I had more. I also don't know how to get the audience to be larger. Like, how do I, like, I just don't understand how people get popular in the first place. I understand that a huge part of it is luck, but I feel like there's something that I'm missing still that I'm not doing and I wish I was doing that could probably make it possible for me to get where I want to be. Because uh, I'm willing to put in more effort or put in whatever specific steps I need to get where I want to be with, the content I make, the videos I make on YouTube and the streams that I stream and all of that stuff. I wish I knew the right way to go, but I just don't. I hate being stuck in this situation that I've been in since I started streaming, where I'm just like blindly shooting in the dark and getting nowhere, despite trying like a lot of different stuff. And I basically can only continue doing that until I get like, I don't know, someone larger than me to shout me out, or people start checking out my streams or something like that. I don't know. Um, it's it's just been a real what's the word? It's a really demoralizing experience to be flailing in the dark and clawing at the walls and doors and nobody's responding from the outside. That's really what it feels like right there, in a nutshell. Um, Instead, I'm just sort of existing. That's like the worst thing of it. I'm just sort of existing, but not really like getting anywhere. I wish I was. I wish I could do more. Again, it's just I wish I knew what specific steps I had to take, because I'm willing to take whatever steps I need to take. And I've taken advice from people before, like, oh, stream a popular game. I did that. At the moment Battlefield 6 had a beta, I played it. I played it for an entire month and stopped doing the other streams I was doing before, and that didn't work. So streaming popular games doesn't work. And I tried just being myself and doing what I want on the channel, which a lot of people say, just be yourself, do your thing. And, that worked for a bit when I was streaming XCOM, and then once I stopped streaming XCOM, after I played a lot of it, uh, people just sort of dropped off the channel and didn't really look back. Uh, but, like, I can't really stream XCOM Enemy Unknown or XCOM UFO Defense for the rest of my life until I drop dead, you know? You can only see so much of one game before it's like, okay, well, I gotta see something else, or, you just want to play something else. And that doesn't mean you're never gonna play it again. Like, at some point, I want to play UFO Defense again, but, like, I'm stuck, man. I don't want to keep doing that for forever and never be able to branch out and do anything else that I enjoy on the channel, you know? Because I like more than just to play that. I want to play other stuff, you know? I like it. I like having interactions with people about other games and stuff. But, uh, stuck here on a path that hasn't really led anywhere. The channel's growth is stagnant. I don't get any viewers. I don't get any interaction with viewers a lot lately. Um, and it's not even just like my numbers are low. It's like the few numbers that I do have, I wish I could interact with them more and find out how I can appeal to them more. But you know, that's not really a conversation you can have that gets anywhere with people because I've tried it before. I'm like, what kind of stuff do you want to see? And then I'll change stuff to make it something that they said they want to see, and then it doesn't really work out that way. Uh, so I don't know. I just don't know. So that's why I'm making a change to the channel that's going to be easier for me to keep up with, make it easier for people to watch probably, instead of me like stressing like, oh, I had to start streaming at this time, stop streaming at this time, specific 2 hour window, specific days, and then, you know, people have to stress about the exact time that they're going to see me, when exactly they can tune in, all of that stuff. And instead it'll be more freedom for me, and if I'm streaming for longer periods, people will have an easier time coming to pop into the channel and whatnot. So there's less getting stuck on the channel. Uh, I think that's pretty much encapsulating all of my thoughts at the moment, where I just feel like I'm getting nowhere despite trying a lot. Um, I got the basic setup I want. I spent a lot of money into the whole noise dampening around the streaming setup, and you know, my computer is still high tier enough to run just about everything if it's reasonably optimized. And I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of flailing in the dark and screaming. And I've also tried changing like my personality sometimes on streams to see if it's me being like too high energy, too low energy. I don't know. Am I talking the right way, or you know, just different stuff, just a lot of different stuff, and I don't really know the best way to make progress. um if I need to do more to help, like, if I don't know what steps I gotta take, man. I just don't know. I feel like I've tried everything and gotten nowhere. I don't have like the time and resources to do, or maybe I just lack the training to know how to do like super big budget, high quality productions, like full length movie things if I wanted to do that. But I also don't want to end up like some of the other YouTubers I've seen that I like to watch in the past, where they completely change all of their content production and they stop doing the thing that I liked watching them for, and then they start making other things that I don't care about, which all of them do all the time. Because I also don't want to be that guy. I want to make stuff that people want to see, but I don't want to do it at the detriment of like everything I've ever done in the past before, you know? It's it's a careful balance. And it's like having a careful balance, but you have no idea what you're balancing on, or what the extremes are. Cause like I don't even know like what the hell is too much or too little of something, or like the recommended stream time that I've seen on Twitch is like 2 hours, which I've been sticking to pretty religiously, and that hasn't helped at all. Like I've taken all of the Twitch recommendations that it's given me of like, do this, do this, do this. It has all these different alerts and pop-ups and stuff on the Twitch platform while you're streaming stuff, and it'll say, oh, if you do all these things to help your channel grow, do these things to help your channel succeed. And I've done all of that, and you know, it's it has had completely inconsistent results, where like sometimes I'll just like I've remembered times where I've randomly had like 10 to 15 people raid the channel at once and I'll be like, "Oh, hey, that's cool." And then, there'll just be months of drought like there has been lately where nobody wants to see what's on the channel, nobody wants to have anything to do with the channel. They're like, "Whatever, I'm going to go watch something else," or you know, I haven't had any comments at all on YouTube. I don't have anything in the suggestion box. I don't really have anybody in chat. So, if you're trying to make content that people want to see, and you're taking all of this advice and doing all the advice as much as you can without literally not producing the stuff that you're trying to produce in the first place. Like, I want to produce stuff, but I don't want to make the whole style of the channel exactly what I don't want to be, which is like the modern style of a content producer I'm trying to avoid becoming because like there's a reason that I specify the old school Let's Play, it's a chill, casual experience for me and the viewers rather than like this super over edited, hyped up thing constantly. Like I really want to enjoy the old school Let's Play stuff that I used to see all the time. Uh, that's becoming more and more rare to see these days, where it's more like a instant like clickbait rewards type of system. Uh, and I've also tried that. I've also tried becoming more like doing some more clickbaity stuff. Trying to be vague with titles and using more or less intense thumbnails and things like that to see if that has any effect on how all that works. But it doesn't really pan out into anything that is like that appealing to anybody. Uh, you know, editing also takes such a long time for me, and it seems like it's just me because it seems like other people online are able to produce or their life situation is different and they don't have like a bunch of obligations in the same not in the same not like, oh, I'm so busy, my life is I'm too important type of thing, but like maybe they have better situations than I do to make it more possible for them to dedicate more time to the stuff they want to make, um, whereas I sometimes don't have all that time that I wish I had to do all of the streams and stuff, hence the big change lately. Because, like, if I had all the time that I wanted for streams, I would just stream every day, and I would be able to make all of those different YouTube things that I want to make. Like, I want to finish... I mean, I feel like it's not even relevant anymore, the freaking TF2 Star Trek crossover thing I was making, because now the AI stuff has come out, and if I make more of that, I don't think anybody's gonna care to see it because they're gonna be like, oh, why didn't you just make this better with like, I don't know, use AI to overlay it or something? Because the shitty fucking picture overlay format from memes in the past that I've seen is gonna be totally irrelevant now. So finishing that is like just doesn't seem worth it at all. Seems like it's not gonna be something anybody's gonna want to see, and I'll just spend, another couple tens to hundreds of hours editing it for it to have no one watch it. And that's disappointing because it's something I'm passionate about. I think it's something that is funny to see, that I like making, that I like watching. But for some reason, everything I want to make and watch, nobody else likes to make or watch. Which is really the number one thing I've struggled with since the start of this channel is like everything I want to see and everything I want to watch and everything I want to make is at conflict with fucking everything about society, apparently. And I just can't like get a lucky break. Like, I'm surprised I've retained as many followers and stuff as I have um over time, but it's disappointing to just see it like sit there and slowly, like one by one, trickle away because it's probably just mostly bot accounts that just like randomly follow you and try to scam you in one message on the Twitch chat, and then they eventually get banned by Twitch or something, so then they disappear from your follower account. You know, uh, I want like I would value real interactions with real people, and making some real connections, enjoying video games, because that's what I loved growing up. uh that's like one of the biggest things that was like a big stress reliever, and a big thing that I liked all the time when I was younger was let's plays and stuff, and interacting with people about video games. But even that's not possible, it feels like nowadays. Like it's all about like getting clicks and stuff, and you can't really like you know you just can't do anything with it. Change that. You can't be different, have a different style, an old school style, and for some reason it seems to work for other people if they did something like that, but for some reason for me it doesn't work out. Even though I'm taking all of the advice from everybody all at once, everywhere, and then sometimes I'll ignore all of the advice and do something different. Either way, things don't really pan out how I want them to, and it leaves me very depressed about the channel and where I'm gonna be going with the channel and where I could be with the channel and everything about the channel. It's very sad. The YouTube channel and the Twitch channel, all of it. I wish I could do more, but I'm stuck in a position where I can't. And I feel like it's not my fault at this point because I've attempted variety of items. The whole PNG tuber thing I've tried doing differently, but I also don't want to get rid of it because I like it. Um, I definitely feel like I had more viewers before I had the PNG tuber, but I like doing the PNG tuber thing once I figured out that was a thing. Once I figured out how to do it, I feel like it adds more personality to the channel and I like it. It doesn't get too in the way of what's going on the screen, and it's pretty, you know, chill, laid back, neato thing I can do, and lets me produce something for the channel over time. Makes something more interactive, more expression, and if I'm getting zero results with the PNG tuber, I don't even see the point of buying a camera and doing a face cam and all that, investing more money into the channel, which people don't care about as it is, with what I put into it. So I want results, damn it, for the effort I put in. And if if I'm not getting results, then I don't want to feel so pressured to put in more effort. But at the same time, this is like a dream I'm trying to make a reality for myself, and a change I want to make for like um gaming at large, where it's less focused on like this instant clickbait, next title type of thing, and we can revisit the classics and stuff sometimes and have fun, good old style, like just playthroughs and things, and just sort of hang out like we used to. Uh, have fun highlight reels and stuff that aren't like just montages of various things happening. I feel like we could do more if I was, I don't know, able to reach more people, but I'm not able to. I'm just I'm just stable, but not content. You know, it's annoying. I guess that was a lot of venting, but that's pretty much all I got. Um, yeah, I've been wanting to play some Battlefield 6, for example, and I also would like to start playing World of Warcraft. I did I did play World of Warcraft off stream at one point for a while. That was fun to do. But I don't know if I'll ever be able to like stream that at this rate, you know? With I don't even know if people are gonna want to see it or if it'll be worth streaming. 'Cause like that's another popular game, but it's old. People may or may not even care about it, and I don't want it to alienate people who have watched the channel since the beginning, or, you know, people who have supported the channel. Because you know, I don't want to betray the people who have, like, invested into the channel, who have given me their confidence and stuff. I don't want them to feel like they're throwing money into a black hole. I want them to feel like, oh, I put money into the channel, and now I'm seeing stuff I want to see. Yeah, so not only is it gonna encourage them to give me money, which, yes, that would be nice, but also I would just like to see them enjoy the content. Like I enjoy the stuff that I see all the time, that I used to see all the time when I was younger and first getting into all the online stuff, you know? I feel like that would be pretty nice if we could do that again. Just enjoy all the content we used to see on YouTube and stuff, you know? Um, yeah. New games I want to play, but not enough time to play them because I've been sticking to the strict schedule. Uh, I'll throw World of War. Did I already throw World of Warcraft into the pool of games? If I haven't, I should, because I do want to play that. You know, I've been having a bit of an ache to play that. Uh, and there are like maybe some updates I want to do to my setup, maybe, but I basically can't given the fact that my you know, given that RAM right now, the price of RAM has skyrocketed, so getting a graphics card is going to be virtually impossible. Um, Getting RAM is going to be virtually impossible. Uh, you know, I don't, and I also don't want to be like a lot of other people who make videos and streams and stuff where every 5 seconds I'm like and subscribe and comment and favorite and share and uh you know all of that stuff and give me your money and make sure you donate and make sure you bits cheer and you know all of that stuff because I don't like that. Every time that's happening, it's they're not actually playing the game or making content I want to watch. They're interrupting the content I want to watch to beg for attention and stuff, and it's annoying. I hate that, so I avoid doing that. I don't do the thing like all the fucking YouTubers were doing at one point, where they're like, "Oh, look at my analytics, look at my numbers. You guys need to subscribe." It's bad for me because I fucking hate when people do that all the time. Um, and right now I'm being an absolute hypocrite by making a channel update video because that's also a thing I fucking hate about other content producers doing. But I feel it's necessary to alert anybody who actually still watches the channel at all and make it very obvious instead of, just subtly posting a comment on the Discord saying, "Hey, I'm going to change the channel." And then things suddenly change and nobody knows why, because it wasn't communicated properly. If I do it, you know, front and center with a stream that I post on YouTube with live alerts and everything like that, then when things get changed on the channel, people will know why. So this seems like the most effective way to change things and let people know. And also maybe people will want to see the channel now that I'm gonna change the format a little bit. Maybe they'll want to see it. I may even experiment in the future with no PNG tuber again. Even though like I said, I like doing it. Um, I just, I don't know if it's something people want to see or not. I don't watch any PNG tubers myself, but um, I like making them. I think it's cool. I think it's a fun little thing I get to do. And I thought people might enjoy them a lot on the channel because I get to stylize them per each game I'm playing, and you know, uh, I just think it's neato. I just think they're neat. Another thing I don't understand if I'm doing it properly is like references and stuff, because some people are very obsessive over not referencing other material or other existing phenomenon and things like that, and then other people, that's like their whole channel, their whole persona and stuff is like other things that already exist and they're talking about it. And I don't know if I can make funny references to things or cool art direction content things in the style of existing things. I don't know if that has any relevance or not. Um, I just, another one of those instances of I don't know and I'm stuck, you know? Um, so this new format should hopefully be pretty good for us. What else? I can't think of like much else. The setup. Oh yeah, VR stuff. I don't know about VR stuff. It just seems like a lot of work for basically no payoff. Cause like I've watched VR stuff before online, and it can be very disorienting because when you stream or record stuff on VR headsets, you have to do it through one eye, which makes it off center from like what you might be focusing on as the player, which can make viewers confused, and the way the head shakes around is so annoying. Like I'm not one of the people that gets motion sick at all, really. Very extremely rare instances I can get motion sick from things, but um I other people that complain about it, I can definitely see it with how just how VR, there's no like motion smoothing or anything like that. Um, it's VR, I just don't want to do it because it just seems like a bad idea. It seems like it was cool when VR first came out. It's like, yeah, I want to see how this works. I want to see all this cool new stuff, how we can play the games and whatnot. But I think I've done the right thing and just sort of kept it limited. Um, Not focusing too hard on it, and making sure that it's viewable still by just doing the desktop version of games and then just sort of zooming it in on a on a headset, because making it actual VR where the head is shaking around and it's too much, and I don't think people like watching that really. Like it's fun if you already know the content creator. I think it could be cool if you could make it not shaky. What make what? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like VR would be cool if it wasn't so shaky, but there's no like motion smoothing. Like the new I guess it's not new at this point, but like how phone cameras have this motion smoothing feature now, for certain, like when you take certain videos and stuff. That doesn't, as far as I know at least, I haven't heard of that being a thing for VR. Uh, but that would be nice, you know? Um, thought people could do that. Maybe it is a thing. I just don't know myself. Uh, what else? So VR, uh, content that's coming out, we've talked about. I don't know. What else? What else is there to talk about? The different games and stuff. I'm not really gonna change what types of games I stream in the future. I think I'm still gonna stick with what games I've been streaming. And because like if I don't like the games I'm streaming, I don't see the point. I mean, I guess there is like the appeal of like watching people rage at games, but I feel like um that sort of content people have stopped watching a long time ago. People aren't really interested in watching anymore. No dating sims? No, I don't. I really don't like dating sims. I mean, I could, but again, I don't think people want to see me just complain, and the whole point of the dating sim is to read the dialogue and stuff, and I would probably just constantly skip through it and be like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Um, yeah. I've tried making all the different social media accounts and stuff. So, those exist. I don't really post a lot on them again because I don't have that much time to, but an attempt was made. I do at least post the live alerts on as many as I can as possible, but I have not uploaded anything to the TikTok in a long time. I have not streamed on Trovo in who knows how long, and there's just so many other different things as well. Uh, yeah, Instagram, Facebook, X, or Twitter, people are still fucking taking sides like that's the biggest political event of the century. Um, and, you know, it hasn't changed back in how many years, so I think I'll just start calling it X because that's just what it's been for so long at this point. I think we just call it that at this point. Uh, yeah. Um, I don't know what else. Um, I think I've covered like just about everything. I'm not really going to be changing how I talk and how I behave on the stream. I still think that being myself is the best way to do it, because if I try to do a personality all the time and I don't like the personality all the time, then I'm just going to want to stop streaming and making any content altogether, because it's just not going to be fun to do that all the time. Uh, it's gonna get way too exhausting, and it'll defeat the purpose of me streaming in the first place, which was to do something that not only I enjoy, but other people enjoy at the same time, which I would like to stick with, which is, you know, again, another reason I'm changing the channel to try and make it something more enjoyable, because lately it's been more of a chore to be like, oh, I gotta put life on pause for a second so I can go stream, and then I stream a game no one wants to see for a time no one is gonna pop into, and then oh, that's it. All right, that's it. My chore tick box is done for the day or whatever. I don't feel like that's been the healthiest way to continue streaming, so that's why I'm changing that, because it shouldn't be a chore. It should be something that I enjoy and people enjoy watching. And I should be doing things that I enjoy on it. Um, I don't want it to just become a job. I want it to be a fun thing for everybody involved. Like, I don't want someone to tune in and be like, oh, I have to watch this stream or I have to watch this video in order to get the completionist check in my head for watching all of the videos in this series or something like that. I want people to be able to tune in and enjoy what they're seeing and have a consistent experience where they're not feeling like a mounting pressure to watch, and there's no mounting pressure from me to push out crap tier content all the time. Um, Instead, I want it to be like, yes, this is what I want to do. This is my dream. I would like to make this a reality however I can, while still enjoying it without just making it garbage. Yeah. Uh, I think that might be it. The kind of content I'm streaming, my personality, all of that. Uh, I can't think of much else at the moment. I'm getting way too focused on the game right now. Which, you know, I should be in a normal context when I'm streaming, but this is a channel update video, so I should be less focused on the game. But I haven't played it in so long, and this is a new map, and there's new content and stuff. And I haven't been able to get into it because I've been busy streaming other games, and when I'm not streaming, I haven't even had time to play games off stream. Uh, hmm. Which is another reason I want to change the schedule of streams. So that way, the time that I want to play video games coincides with the time that I'm going to be streaming video games, and it's consistent that I'm doing what I enjoy when I want to enjoy it, rather than the checkbox thing that I talked about before. Oh, I did the thing. Okay, move on. I want it to be much more enjoyable than that. Uh, so yeah, no face cam. Still, buying a different camera or something, or setting up a camera would be a lot of change for no reason. Nothing has warranted it. Um, also the different games I'll be streaming in the future. All of the games on the list are viable options. I'm just gonna randomly draw for them as I feel like it. But I'm not going to be too random with it to where I'll like stop streaming a game in the middle of it and then start streaming something else and then go back to it. I don't want to do that. Instead, I'll just be doing like play through a game and then finish that game before I move on to the next one. I liked I liked my game rotation idea, but I just think other people don't get it enough. Because I remember in the past, I would watch people online that did different games at the same time, and some people still do that, but I feel like people that tune into my channel for some reason aren't expecting that, and so they don't stick around, or they don't tune in, and then they don't keep up with like the scheduling of stuff, and they don't bother reading description or anything any further, because one day I was streaming something they wanted to see, and then the next day I was not. So I feel like it's just something. Fuck me, dude. This game still has day one glitches. I feel like the way I've been doing the content is not something people want to see because they. I feel like other people just don't like the game rotation idea. But I've been doing it for like an entire year. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why it's not working. I've tried the consistent quality, consistent schedule concept as long as I can within reason, and now we are beyond the point of reason. Nobody sees it, nobody likes to see it, and it's gotten to the point now where I don't like producing it. So I'm going to be changing that. And if I'm struggling to make thumbnails, then I'm gonna put everything on pause, and we're going to be doing an art stream so I can make thumbnails and other content for the stream to make the stream more digestible, to make thumbnails and stuff for the uploads to YouTube, to make actual PNGs if I do the PNG tuber thing still. I'm gonna try not doing it for a while just to see if people like that more or not. Uh, and if more people show up on the streams, I'm then that'll be the end of the PNG tuber saga for a while, I guess, because I thought it would be something that would get people more interested, seeing the little dude in the corner pop up and down and stuff. I thought that would be fun, but especially with how I do the different styles, I thought people would want to be more long-term viewers and stick around longer to see like, oh, when he plays this game, what kind of style is he gonna have? Or, you know, I was even thinking of like getting so intensely into different series, I would change the appearance based on like different like, armor you have in the game and outfits you have and I don't know, different events that happen or things like that. Uh, I don't think I ever want to do like streams themed around holidays, like a Halloween stream or a Christmas stream and something like that. I don't know. Feels too gimmicky to me personally. Regardless of whether or not people would like it, I feel like it just doesn't fit what I'm going for. I'm trying to make this a consistent viewing experience rather than one that's changing so often with so many different things going on that it just feels like another mess like you would see online. But I also don't want to make it the same exact thing every single day to the point where it's like, okay, I go to this channel for this one reason and that's it. And then at some point you'll forget about that channel because your interests change. I want this to be like, I like watching this channel because I like the personality and I like some of the content that's on there. Sometimes I like the game, sometimes I don't, but generally I can watch this channel and it'll be enjoyable. Uh, yeah, I think that's it. Uh, Here I am screaming into the void again. If you have any suggestions and stuff, use the suggestion box. I didn't delete it. It's still there. It still exists. Uh, it does still exist on the channel. Let me confirm that real quick. If I go to the channel and then scroll down, yes, it's at the bottom of the bottom of the thing, the bottom of the about section on the Twitch channel. So we played Halo 2 or 3 times now over the years of streaming, which is more than any other series really. Uh, I think I know a basic. Let me boot up the old MS Paint, and let's see if we can make a different freaking panel. A different freaking panel, man. Can I make this? No, you can't really make your view full screen with this. Full screen? No, that just sort of makes the picture full screen. Okay. Alright, you're gonna get flashbanged, just so you know. Bam. Okay. We're gonna make a... I don't know. Current game streaming, future games coming up. I could make like a gaming pool thing. Like I was thinking like draw the shape of like a pool and then say like game pool. Maybe I could just get rid of the channel, the freaking panel that says I stream games. Yeah. I think I'll just do that. I think I'll just delete that panel. Yeah, this, how do I just delete this panel? Remove. Yeah, remove that panel entirely. Current game streaming, past game streamed, future games coming up. Yeah. Yeah, seems alright. And we're gonna change this from future games coming up, even though that makes sense and that's very straightforward English that people would understand. I feel like it would be more hip and with it if I did a different thing. So let's get rid of all of this. Let's make a gaming pool. Alright, can I get this to stay on the fucking screen? It keeps disappearing when I do stuff and I hate that. I don't know how I change that again. Alright, resize pixels 1920 by 1080. Bam. Okay. Zoom out. Let's get some text on here. I think that's the right text that I use. Now hopefully this font size is fine and everything like that. We needed to take up like a good majority of this. This is gonna be one of the panels, and the panels are not that big. So we need the text to be like large and in charge. Text size. How do I change the text size? Right click? No. Oh, right there, text. Duh. I need it much larger than that. Okay, that might be too large. This might be too large. That is definitely too large. Let's try like 180. Yeah, that always works. So 200 is too big, 180 is possibly too small. Oh, nope, don't do that. That's the opposite. Nope, 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 nope. Control Z, Control Z. There we go. Okay, gaming pool. Make it stretch from here to here. And then make it 180. And then need to try and center it, which is very hard to do when you don't have any guidelines and the text is slanted and you're using MS Paint. And it also has it all highlighted like that. And then there's this box around the text, which doesn't really, like, you can line it up technically with the box, but then visually with your human eyes, when you look at it, it won't look proper. It won't look right. If only the box is centered, but the text doesn't look centered, you know? So this looks centered in terms of the box, but I might push it over to the left more because once I click off the box and the text is slanted, that looks more centered than if I just went by the box. Now we want to draw a pool. A pool. So I'm thinking just like something hopefully not penis shaped. Pool. Gaming pool. And then I have a brilliant idea. Check this out. So first let's smooth out this edge. This is the ridiculous detail I go to all the fucking time in thumbnails and stuff that people don't ever appreciate except for me, and I spend too many fucking hours doing this. But yes, I do go into this intense fucking detail, literally pixel by pixel all the fucking time. Smooth this out. How does that look? No, see, that looks bad. I don't like that. So I'm gonna actually get in here and freaking eliminate that probably. I don't want it to be too flat. This is meant to be a liquid shape, so we want to make it like make this go in more, probably to like there. Yeah. I think that's yeah. I think that'll look fine. Even though this is a very basic pixel art shape here I'm trying to do, I put way too much fucking effort into it. Just like every fucking thing I do in this channel. Way too much effort into every fucking detail. Why? What am I drawing? Am I drawing a fucking square? Oh, it's got the outline. That's why it's not doing what I want it to. I'm like, why is it not lined up with my cursor at all? It's that I hate that thing. Every time you try to draw a shape in MS Paint, it defaults to an outline of a shape with no internals. I wish it did the opposite. I wish it was no outline with internals. Okay. This little hump is too pointy here. I want it to look like a very smooth pool. Not a pool with a weird spike coming out the bottom. So flatten that out. And get rid of that. And then make this go in more like that. There we go. Way too much detail put into a blob. Alright. So we'll save this real quick. And then we'll boot it up in... again, where do I want to put this? Probably in... yeah, we'll throw this into the... actually, we'll make this a new folder that I keep open. called arts and farts. Okay. Gaming pool. Alright, save. Alright, let's boot up GIMP, and then we'll do other, the next step in my genius idea that I have for this, right? So we have GIMP booted up. So the gaming pool thing. Let me, gaming pool. Oh my god, I had to navigate to this. Okay, there it is. Gaming pool. But I want to have like I want to have the different games like sticking out of the pool here. So um I'll get like some of my favorite things like Halo 3. Xbox 360. Yeah, there we go. In the case. This one's an OG. This one's a classic. Oh yeah, there's a high-res picture. That's what I'm looking for. And then I'll just save the image and then crop it. So let me go to the arts and farts thing. So I'll save that. Okay. Now let me boot up the file browser and pull up that new fucking arts and parts thing. Okay. Now let's crop this down. Bring that down to there. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to make this transparent, aren't I? God damn it, dude. I hate making things transparent because it takes me fucking forever and I don't know how to do it faster. And I like to make it perfect every time I do it. Move the microphone out of the way. It's blocking my view a little bit. And then crop this down some more. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this out. Alright, so let's set this to the side for a moment. Alright, bring this into view. I never had this pop up before. Keep. Okay, there it is. Let's get rid of all of this background. Yes. No. Yes. 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 Excellent. Hopefully there's enough contrast between the fucking green and the white to make this a clean, easy thing to do with the magic wand, and I won't have to do fucking pixel by pixel because it keeps trying to select the fucking green like it likes to do all the time. The magic wand tool is not very magical, I can tell you that much. I've spent so many fucking hours just trying to fucking cut out transparent images. It's so infuriating. I just want to... Like, why? Like, why? Why? It's all the same fucking color, dude. Why are you not selecting all of it? It's very easy. I don't know the fucking settings in this. I haven't spent hours and hours trying to watch GIMP tutorials to have the patience to do this. I'm completely self-taught on GIMP, really. Using past experience on Photoshop and then bumbling my way through the user interface on GIMP. I don't know why these high quality studio fucking applications like video editing software and image editing software have the most archaic, impossible to fucking understand user interfaces that you need 5,000 fucking college courses to understand. Like, why is it so fucking difficult to just make your interface understandable for a beginner? It's really not that difficult. Like, just when someone boots up something like GIMP or Photoshop or a video editing software like fucking, is Premiere the video editing one? There's like Premiere, and then there's like fucking Filmora, Shotcut, things like that. Like, just have the basic tools very visible and accessible. Why? Like, this is the problem I have with Magic Wand. It's not magical at all. Where is the magic in it not selecting all of the fucking white pieces right here that are all the same exact fucking color? Just get that, and that, and that, and this, and that, and this. And I can't click and drag too much. If I click and drag too much, then it just selects the entire fucking screen at the same time, and that's such a pain in the ass. Nope, nope, nope. That's the box. Okay, there, 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 there. All of that. All of this. This is literally the pixel by pixel detail that I do all the fucking time, and I hate it because it takes so goddamn long for me to do anything because I'm trying to be so fucking pixel perfect, and I just wish I could accept less than perfect. But if I ever try to do slightly less than perfect, then it looks like absolute fucking shit. Like, instantly in the garbage if it's less than what I call perfect. And what I call perfect is subpar for every other fucking creature that has eyes. Oh my god. And it'll never look right no matter how much effort I put into it. I could spend forever on something or 5 seconds on something and it'll turn out like the same, and I don't know why that happens to me all the time. Okay, the box is actually I need to subtract. This color of gray here is actually the box. Yeah. Yeah, that looks fine. Oh my god, why did you do that? Why is there a box there? Okay. And that. Okay. No, that's too much. Put that back. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Bum, 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 bum. That. That. This. This. All of this. This is... I'm putting this much fucking effort into one tiny bit of a fucking thing that needs... I need to make like 5 or 10 of these fucking cutouts. And this is gonna take me like 30 fucking minutes to do one cutout. This is why I can't fucking make art for this channel. Why? Why? Why, Magic Wand? Why would you do that to me? I also don't have a fucking tool I can use to actually just select one fucking pixel at a time. So I have to grab, like, the fucking rectangle select tool. There we go. And then do that 1,000 fucking times, which, oh my god, I can't tell you how fucking many times I've already had to do cutouts in this style, and I still can't remember the easy way to do it. Ah, oh, fuck, I just did that not the right way. How the fuck? Okay, I need to add to the selection. That's what I need to do. Okay, grab that one pixel that's going across the bottom right there. Nope, up one pixel. One. There we go. Okay. And then all of that. Okay. And then this as well. And then this as well. And then this as well. And then, this whole edge. Oh my god. Okay, I might have a cheat code I could use to make this not take 10 years. Oh shit, that's not gonna, I can't see. Okay, that's fine. And then I'll need to do a series of box selections all the way across the top here, like this, and then like that, down one pixel, and then like that. Okay. Is that good? No. Oh, fuck. What did it just selected the whole entire fucking picture. You son of a bitch. That's why I fucking hate these select tools in GIMP, dude. They're so finicky. And then if you're not careful, you end up fucking selecting the entire goddamn image and ruining the entire thing that you were just working on in one click. And it's ridiculous that you can even do that. Okay. Alright, so that's okay, we'll say that's fucking good enough. Alright, does this have a transparency layer? Fuck me, it doesn't. Okay, how do I do that? Add alpha channel. There we go. I don't know why it doesn't do that by default, but it just doesn't sometimes. Okay, now give me the magic tool that's gonna cover up my not perfect fucking selections pixel by pixel. Look at that. Oh, I just went down this whole fucking edge and it looks like shit. And oh, dude, this is what pisses me off about making art. I can spend absolutely forever on it and it's never gonna be fucking good enough. Okay, smudge the green to the edge of the screen, please. Please smudge. Please smudge. Smudge. You're not smudging. Hardness 100? I fucking doubt it, dude. Oh, it's just smudging. You're just going into the fucking background. No, just, uh, how do how do I take, I want this green. Why isn't it smudging correctly? The hardness is at maximum. That means smudge. That means I should be able to give the Master Chief a frowny face if I wanted to right now. Why is it not doing anything? It's not smudging a fucking thing. Uh, is it because I don't have the whole thing selected? I have to select it now. I have to select it and then I can edit it. Is that the problem? That might have been the problem. Okay, smudge. Yes, that was the problem. I had to select before I could edit it. Okay. Get the green all the way to the corner. There we go. Just whatever you do, don't bleed into the alpha channel, because if you do that, then it's gonna have weird shapes and it's not gonna look right at all. Except for here, we'll make the box wider right here so I don't have to switch to the crop tool and recrop it all. Because holy shit, I don't want to do that right now. Get that green all the way in the corner. Okay, look at that. This is all gonna be reduced to 1 pixel. I'm doing 5 minutes of work to make 1 pixel the right color, dude. I hate this. Oh my god, and why is it becoming transparent? This goes here. Please work with me here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You're good, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're fantastic, you're delicious, you're scrumptious. You're iconic, you're legendary, you're mythic. You are the tier 2 battle pass. You have the premium subscription. You are the great holder of the chalice. Cover up that alpha channel if you can. Don't be transparent right there. Okay, and now this harsh transition to green right here. Let's keep it harsh right here. Oh yeah, okay. Make that go over. No, not into the alpha channels. You are forbidden from entering the alpha channel. No. No. Do not enter the alpha channel, my child. Everything the light touches except the alpha channel, that is not yours. I think my computer's making a new loud noise. Whatever, that's probably fine. It might just explode on me one day while I'm streaming and then I'm gonna cry. Because yet another thing will go wrong while streaming. Okay, can I smudge the alpha channel? I can smudge things into obscurity. That's hilarious. I'm actually Stalin. I can't believe you could just why is that how that works? I feel like that's not how that should work, but that is how that works, and that's funny. One thing I really fucking hate about how 343 and Microsoft have revised the Halo style is the fucking text. I like this rougher looking metal text that it used to have, and now it has this stupid looking sleek modern look, and it just looks so fucking stupid. It just looks like not Halo at all. Whereas like this more rugged look is more human, more tactile. It's less corpo, more hello, you know? More Halo, I should say. Alright, all of this I should have cropped out, but again, I couldn't fucking tell what the fuck I was doing at the time. So I had to do what I had to do to survive. Get rid of that. I don't like that. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. We're smudging. We're smudging. I'm smudging. I'm gonna smudge. Oh, fuck, babe. I'm gonna smudge. There we go. All of this. Eliminate it. This is too much effort for a fucking couple of pixels, dude. I've done this. I've gone from here to here. That's the fucking extent of effort I put into this channel, and it doesn't fucking pay off. I will be here for an hour making a copy of Halo 3 transparent. Just to get 0 viewers, and that pisses me off so much. But if I cut corners, it's gonna look like so bad. It's just gonna look so much worse. Okay, that is probably fine. No, don't smudge it out. No, don't smudge it out. Smudge it in. There we go. Fade it into obscurity. Give it the old Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. There we go. There we go. I don't know why he was calling him Mr. Stark. His real last name is Man, Mr. Man, because his first name is Iron. Hence why everybody calls him Iron Man. Duh. Fuck, that was a bad smudge. You don't want a bad smudge. When you're gimping, don't get a bad smudge. Out of context, nobody understands what the fuck is happening. In context, multiple people are still lost. Ah, don't smudge out. Smudge away. Smudge away. Why am I so dedicated? I can't. I have a mental block where if I don't do this right, I can't move on with my life. I have to complete this project. Because in the past, in my years prior of life, I would start things and never finish them. And I still have countless fucking things that I want to finish that I have started that I need to finish. But I just don't. I just don't. And I began to adapt a new outlook on life, a new method of doing life where I fucking hardcore complete objectives when I think about them, no matter how obscure or how monumental those objectives are. I just go absolutely balls to the wall. I'm what's it called? There's like a type A and type B personality. Um how does it work? Okay, yeah, I'm trying to become, so I used to be, if I'm reading this right, two contrasting personality types. Yeah, I used to be type B personality. Now I'm forcing myself into a type A personality as much as you can without dying. And brother, I'm starting to get tunnel vision. But that has helped me keep up with the channel. If I was still in my old personality style of like a type B personality, more relaxed, chill, not focused, then I would have easily given up on streaming probably like an entire year ago. Um, like after those donations and stuff came in, after my longtime subscriber stopped subscribing, I probably would have given up. But I don't give up. I have to continue. I have a point I want to reach with this channel at least. Now, if the channel keeps slowly dying like it has been, if we drop back down to 150 followers or less, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna fucking call it. I'm gonna give up on streaming, okay? This is your warning. I've put a fucking line in the sand that I cannot backslide into at 150 followers or less. If we drop down to that, I'm that's it. I have to stop because this is a very time consuming, very intense focus. I literally have to have an entire space set aside for this and everything. An entire time slot of my life, hundreds of hours of work, thousands of hours of work at this point. And if it doesn't pan out into anything, then I can no longer justify it, you know? I really can't. And it's not like I don't want to stop because people have given me their support, and I don't want that support to mean nothing, you know? But at the same time, I have to have priorities in life. And I would like to keep this a priority. Don't get me wrong. I want this to stay a very big priority in life, but I also have to have more justification beyond I feel like it. Because if it stays at a point where it's just I feel like it, but nobody else feels like it, then it's gots to go. And that's just the way it is. As much as I don't want to be like that, that is the way the universe is pointing me. The universe is currently telling me, uh, brother, stop. Stop streaming. Uh, I've been streaming for like 4 or 5 years in total. Something like that. Somewhere around 5 years at this point. And I really don't want to stop because in part it'll feel like I've thrown away all of that effort and got nowhere with it. It's like the gamblers, you know the gambling meme? Um uh this one right here. No, don't save image, just open it. This right here. This is exactly how I fucking feel right now. I feel like this, but I am really feeling like the bottom one lately, all right? This is exactly where I'm at with streaming right now. Okay? I feel like I have been the guy on top for the past 4 years, and I am 99% of the way to being the guy on the bottom ready to turn around. Okay? That's where I'm at with streaming at the moment. Um but I'm trying to stick with it and make it work because I do believe a very small amount, but an amount nonetheless, that I could possibly still bring this channel around to something that people are gonna come watch at some point. So it's gonna be no stream tomorrow. This is a very long-winded way of me alerting you to that as well as another thing that's gonna happen. Another reason for this change is because I again will not be able to stream on tomorrow at, one of our fucking set stream times, which pisses me off. But life has life things you have to do, and you can't just constantly stream hooked up to the computer over and over again until the universe explodes. Uh, so yeah, I had to I had to do I had to do other things in life, as annoying as that is. So I need to revise how I do the streams. Oh my fucking god, dude. How am I still cutting out a copy of Halo 3? How am I still doing this? I've spent so fucking long on this. I've spent like 30 minutes on this fucking goddamn fucking one element of what I'm trying to do here. Oh my fucking god, dude. This is why I can't fucking do this shit. Can we open this in another thing? I need to open a second picture, please. This. Okay, we're gonna take this. How do I do this? Take this, put it here. No, wait. I need to take that and put it into this picture. Okay. 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 All right. Like I said, I never fucking remember how to do this right. How do I scale it? I need the scaling tool. Oh my god. Scale. Oh, it's so simple and so easy. Okay. Now we take that. How do I rotate? I want to rotate. Bam. Scale. Okay. Can I please rotate it? How do you rotate a fucking image? Yes. There you are. Okay. Rotate. Oh. Alright. Bam. One. Let's go. Now I just need like 9 more, something like that. Let's get Minecraft. Um, game case. Yeah. I think, didn't the first time, I don't know, I owned Minecraft on the PS3 and Xbox at one point. Uh, I can't remember which platform I played it on first. No, I played it on the Xbox first. And then later I got it on the PC, or PS3, I mean. Um, Eventually I got it on the PC, but I played it on the Xbox 360 first. Oh, there's another high resolution image right there. Okay, save that. Okay, let's get a Minecraft game case. Let's get a Rainbow Six Vegas 2. If there's a picture of that case. Oh my god, there is. Wow, that's a really terrible resolution, though. Uh, oh my god. Uh, there we go. That one works. Okay, well, yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, we have Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Save that one. What's another video game? Get Stardew Valley. All right, Stardew Valley. Let me get. I don't. Yeah, I only played it on PC. Yeah. Uh, Stardew Valley PC game case. I guess it's gonna be confusing for the search. It's gonna want to show me like a computer case that looks like Stardew Valley. Uh, SteamGameCovers.com. Interesting. For the PS4. No, dude. Okay, we'll just go with this PC DVD ROM. Not very high quality, but oh well. Okay, now Star Wars Battlefront 2 PS2 game case. That's a good one right there. That's fucking generation defining right there. Oh yeah. Holy shit, dude. That's fucking. This is like this belongs in like a museum of human history right here. Look at that. You just don't get nothing's good like that anymore, dude. It's so simple. Guy shoot in the middle from the thing, and then the guys on the sides have the cool sword. Why is this so simple? Why is this very simple concept impossible for developers of the modern age to grasp? Like, just make it good. Just make it good. I'm not going to turn this into another lecture of that. All right, save that one. Did I already save the Stardew Valley one? Let's make sure we save that one. And then let me get one more. Um, Red Faction. Yeah, that's a good one. Open world, third person. Red Faction, Gorilla. We'll go with. I believe I played it on the PlayStation 3 when I played it for the first time. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, they still have a sticker they didn't scrape off the case. Yeah, that's good. That's good right there. We'll go with that. I think I think I played the digital. I don't think I ever had a physical copy of Red Faction Gorilla, actually. I think I've only ever played, yeah, I definitely had it for the PlayStation 3, though. I remember because when you hover over it in the PlayStation 3 menu, it would play, like, one of the soundtrack cues with, art from the game, uh, at the same time. So, it would go, like, you would, like, hover over the game before you play it, and then the screen would change out style of the game. I think they still have that on the current consoles. Um, yeah, that was a cool thing. I'm not gonna put the effort in to make it look like it's in the pool, because that's a lot more fucking effort that I just don't want to do. I'm gonna take the lazy route here and just make it hover over top like that. Okay, so that's there. Now I need to cut out one, two, three, four, five more. Oh God. Okay. Let's see if I have the patience to do this quick and lazy. Let's start. Let's do Star Wars Battlefront 2. Um, nope. Okay, I guess not. Let me open it manually then. It's called this one when I saved it from the internet. Okay. Uh, cannot subtract from an empty selection. Okay. Let me try doing this in reverse this time. Instead of oh, for fuck's sake. That's the problem I have with Magic Select. Dude, I just selected the text down here and it grabbed a random snippet from the top corner there. And then it does that. It just suddenly does that and it grabs the background and everything. Like, bro, no. Like you want to get a bunch of it by clicking and dragging, but that's also a problem. Just we're gonna do this the lazy way. All right, really lazy, which I hate doing because it looks like shit when you do it lazy, but do it lazy just to save us, you know, multiple hours of fucking clicking pixels. As much as I don't want to fucking lazy do this, it's much better to just do it the lazy way. Save the hassle, save the heartache, save the pain. Alright. Especially since I want to have the curve of the game cases included in the gaming pool picture, you know? 'Cause that's important to draw home, is that it's the case, you know? I'm not just showing you the picture, it's remember the cases that we had? The little curved edges and everything and how they clicked open and clicked close. Unless you damaged the case, then it lost the clicking, which was so sad and so unsatisfying because your discs would fall out so easy all the time. Even though the discs also snapped into a little circle in the middle, sometimes that would also break. So then you have this shitty plastic case that would flop open, your disc would fall straight out onto the ground, and of course, It would never fall onto something soft like carpet. That would only be if you're lucky and you somehow were just blessed to never have it fall on something like tile or rocks or somewhere outside for some reason because, you know, you're a dumb child and you're holding your expensive games that you love playing for hours on end outside in the sunlight for some reason, like a dingus. But you know, you wouldn't get that, all you TikTokers and your Viners out here these days. Nah, dude, you wouldn't get it. A Joker reference, you wouldn't get it. Okay, so now it's lazy. Cut this out, real lazy. Splop, sploop. Put this in here. Scale tool, please. Transform it. Oh, that's rotate. That works. That's fine. I'm fine with that. We'll put this over here. Can't have two legendary games right next to each other like that. You might cause a singularity and destroy the planet. I need to right click this to scale it down. There we go. Click the scale button. Alright. That's too large. I'm not trying to draw extra emphasis on any particular game. I want them equal under the gaming pool. Okay. On one side, Halo 3. On the other, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Take your pick. Alright. A nice sloppy cutout. And then we'll do Minecraft next. Not doing the games in any particular order. This one. Yep, that's the Minecraft. Alright. So, we're going to add to our current selection. Like that. Okay, now to add as much of the edges as we possibly can within reason without losing my fucking sanity. Like that, like that, like that. Because I could spend all fucking day doing this. I heard a dumbass take on measuring seashores at one point. Like, somebody was explaining how it's impossible to measure shorelines, which is fucking stupid. And they never said the same thing about land borders, which is fucking dumb. And I think that they're just really stupid and they're doing it the same way that I do this, where they're measuring shorelines using different sizes. Like, are you doing it with land borders? Just do it the same fucking way. Like they're saying like, oh, if you measure it smaller or larger, then you're gonna get a different result. Of course you're gonna get a different fucking result, dude. That's called scale. You're grouping the measurements by scale. You're just an idiot. And it's exactly what I'm doing here, which just suddenly reminded me of that seashore problem I heard about, which is such a dumb, made up, non-fucking issue thing. But that's actually something someone said was like, oh, you can't actually measure it. You can, you're just an idiot. You're just stupid. You can get a number, you just need to round it to the nearest whatever. This side is really fucked, but we're doing quick and lazy edits. Yeah, alright, just take it. Just slap it in there. It's already going to be scaled down so much, and then beyond what I'm scaling it down to right here, it's going to be scaled down even further because it's going into the Twitch panels, where it's going to be ultra small. I want this to be behind Halo 3. Can I do that? How would I do that? Do I need to put this? Can I, like, switch the order of this? Does that do it? How do I make you layer? Layer. layer, layer, move, layer, move it. How do I move it down a layer? Layers. Are you telling me there's only 2 layers and all of these are sharing 1 layer right now? How do I... Oh, well, I guess it's fucking anchored there. Oh well, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. I just wanted to have some layering, but now it's gonna look... It's gonna look weird. Okay, whatever. A lazy, quick edit, right? Very quick, very lazy edit is what we're trying to do after all. We're not trying to take this too hardcore. Image, no, file, open, file, open. I need the Stardew Valley one. Next, okay. Perfect. This one is easy. Just do this. Take it out, put it in. All right. Now we move it over here. Scale you down. Let's add a little rotate as well. I don't want these to look too orderly, too uniform. We're in a gaming pool after all. We're not in a gaming bookshelf. All right, spread them out a little bit more so that way they're not, you know, I want to try to fill this gaming pool a little bit. Right. And then we can already move on to the next one. That literally took less than a minute. Oh my god. Now we'll do Rainbow Six Vegas 2, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Keep whatever. I don't care. All right. Add to the current selection. This one is an annoying shape. Which I was like, oh, that's fine, but now I have to actually fucking select the whole thing. How do I warp? Warp? I want to warp. I want to warp. I'm gonna warp now. Warping. Oh, that's how I do that? Oh. Yeah, just don't do that. Bishop. You look different. Raw. Okay. It's been a while, D. Alright, let's get this selected and move on with our life before I get sucked into making a bunch of obscure references to an obscure game that nobody fucking knows about except me, apparently. Right. This goes to here. This goes to here. Trying to carefully get the edges of the case without skimping too much on this. I remember at one point there was a promotional thing they were trying to do, and I was super obsessed with it. They had the posters in the game that say you could win an Xbox microphone. And I was so obsessed with trying to get a microphone for some reason using the sweepstakes giveaway thing. And I fucking was playing through the game hardcore for some reason. And I think like it got fucked up or something somehow. Or the person I was playing with or something, I didn't like, they wouldn't listen to me telling them to wait or something. And there was like something on a poster I had to get or something, copy down like a code or something and redeem it, or I don't know. And then I got so fucking pissed they didn't fucking, I was so enraged that I didn't do the thing to win an Xbox mic. Yeah, that's just a little deep lore for you, some deep Vodkavsky lore for you. I wanted that Xbox microphone, dude. If I can relive life, there's so many things I would do differently, and one of them is figure out if that was actually ever gonna happen or not, and whether or not I needed to get so unnecessarily upset over that, or if all of the upsetness was warranted and I was justified in my anger. Uh, there we go. Oh, that's so fucking terrible, dude. Why? One thing I never liked about the Rainbow Six Vegas 2 was the multiplayer. Cause it was, well, I liked the co-op. I did not like the PvP. I've never been one who likes PvP because there's always someone better than you, basically. There's always people one-upping you. And especially in games. Oh, fuck. Don't square my selection like that, you dick. This is not a square selection. I don't like the PvP in games where, like, there's just someone who can just show up and dunk on you for every match, all the time, no matter what, and you have to sweat and try hard constantly, no matter what you do. That's why over time I've become increasingly hardcore PvE games only because, like, there's more chill times. You can just fucking zone out and you can actually become powerful. There's not gonna be someone who's literally spending day night thousands of hours of playing the game that you're literally never going to be able to reach in your fucking life. And even if you did reach that level, you may have just spent thousands of hours, but by the time you spent thousands of hours, the other person has now spent hundreds of thousands of hours and is now at a fucking unbelievably high tier compared to you. And you'll never be able to reach that in your life because they've just done it longer. That's just one thing I hate about life in general, is there's someone in every fucking everything you're ever doing. There's someone who's been doing it longer, and so they automatically get preference, or they automatically just always know better than you, and you'll never be able to have valuable anything or valuable input, or you'll never be able to add on to stuff or become stronger or better or anything like that simply because they have a seniority and that's it. And you'll never be able to. It's not even like a matter of competing with them. It's just like you want to be able to do something or contribute or whatever, but simply because that other person has existed or done more in this specific respect than you, you'll never be able to even contribute as much. You'll just be like beneath. Okay, I think I'm finally done with this selection. Please, for the love of God, just let me get this done. Scale down. Yeah, that's pretty good. Rotate. Actually, we should scale down a little bit more. Alright, now let's rotate. I think I actually like that it's not perfectly square like the other ones. It makes it a little bit more dynamic looking. And then we'll need to scale down a little bit more. It's a little bit too large. Okay. Yeah, we'll put that there, and then we'll put Red Faction Gorilla right in the middle. Okay, yeah. Have this lean back. I don't want it to overlap the Stardew Valley one, then all three of these look like they're in a line. If you do that, I'll put Gorilla right here. So let's get that. I just kind of grabbed some random ones. Oh, I could have grabbed like Skyrim or something. Oh well, I'm not gonna go back and grab another one. This is taking a long time. There it is. It literally says Red Faction Gorilla. Okay. So, I want to grab this now. The fucking Blu-ray PS3. I can't believe Blu-ray was such a fucking scam and everybody has fallen for it. Everybody has taken the fucking bait on Blu-ray. I don't think that ever fucking did anything, actually. In the end, I think at most you would see the most minute improvement in time. It's like It's like fucking ray tracing, dude. It's such a meme. It does absolutely fuck all, and it takes such fucking importance for some people that they will die on that hill. They will fork over trillions of dollars if they had it to have a fucking Blu-ray player or a fucking machine that can do ray tracing, but it does absolutely fucking nothing. It'll be the most minor improvement and it'll be outdated in 5 to 10 years. But let me tell you, you are going to stroke your fucking ego so hard for the short time that you have that Blu-ray player or that you have that ray tracing. You're gonna say, look at me. Look down at you peasants who don't have ray tracing, who don't have the Blu-ray playing PS3. Oh, you can't play your Blu-ray DVD? Damn, you should have gotten a PS3. Should have gotten a PS3. Really, Sony really did a power move there by somehow tricking the entire planet into believing Blu-ray was actually something significant to warrant picking the PS3 over the Xbox. And it worked. It definitely worked on people. I feel like that probably got them 50% of their fucking sales because it had a Blu-ray player built in. For some reason, Blu-ray was like the magic fucking word. You just said Blu-ray and you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, let's get Blu-ray. Oh yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Just for absolutely no reason. It just sounded fancy. Nobody knows. They just say, oh yeah, it's like higher quality, I think. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, let's get that then. Completely scammed everybody. Absolutely scammed everyone. We all fell for it. We all did. It's kind of like Bitcoin. Everybody wishes they put money into Bitcoin, but when Bitcoin was emerging, it was a scam. Everybody knew it was a scam, but somehow the scam panned out. It didn't collapse like most of their scams did, which is the only reason some people got rich off of Bitcoin, and then most people didn't. You played it safe and you lost, but did you really lose? Because you decided not to dump all of your cash into what was very clearly very scammy, did not seem legitimate at all, and nobody had any faith in working at all. I think you're fine. I don't think you're like a fool for not investing in Bitcoin at the time. Yeah, you could have, but it's water under the bridge at this point. Hindsight is 2020, really. Okay, that looks pretty okay. That is decent enough. Let's uh, go ahead and export this now, I think. And then we'll update our Twitch panel to say, so let's export as gamingpool.png. Gaming pool finished .png. Okay, export. Compression level, no compression. Export. Okay, now take GIMP out of full screen, please. I said take it out of full. No, out, out. Why is it stuck in full screen? Get me out of this thing. I gotta get out of here. Okay. Alright, let's pull up the Twitch channel. Bam. We need to go down here to the panels, and then we're gonna edit this current pool of games to draw from. No, that's a lot of text that nobody's gonna read because they don't even look in this fucking section of my channel anyways. Alright. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab wherever the fuck that is. Where is it? Where? Oh, arts and crafts, and then stream shit, arts and farts. All right, let me put all the stuff that we just got into a folder. Gaming pool Twitch panel. All right, let's put all of that in there. I can't click and drag. Okay, just move all of this in there one at a time then. Alright, gamingpool.png, gamingpoolfinished.png. Okay, this whole entire thing. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Done. Submit. What? Please choose a file smaller than 1 megabyte. You son of a bitch. Okay, let me reopen it and then open it up in MS Paint. Resize it. Pixels. How many megabytes is a fucking 1920 by 1080? How many pixels is 1 megabyte? Does not have a fixed pixel count as it depends on image compression and color depth. 1 megabyte equals roughly 350,000 to over 1 million pixels. For example, a 24-bit 486 by 720 pixel image can be 1 megabyte, while lower quality 8-bit images can hold roughly 1 million pixels. That is... Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Can you just tell me how many... Okay. In other words, just scale it down to the next resolution. 1280 by 720. Actually, let me make a copy of this because I don't want to lose the high resolution version. There we go. Let's open up the copy. Alright, resize to the next resolution down. Fucking hoops you have to jump through to upload shit online nowadays. Jesus Christ. Alright, now... Where was it? This one. I need to change this image to the lower resolution one. The whole thing, please. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll like make this a little bit smaller. Then maybe that'll be even less than 1 megabyte. I don't know. Done. How's that? Is that good? Are we kosher? Hey, alright, it took it. Alright. You took the bait. Gaming pool. Hey, that's a lot better. Nice, nice. Look at that. Look at that. Current game streaming. Yeah, that's fine. I tried to brand a lot of this shit. Pretty good. That hasn't done anything in terms of viewership or loyalty or anything like that. I tried all these different tags here. I've tried changing them constantly. I tried keeping them the same. Neither of that does a fucking thing. I've tried looking up popular ones. I've tried looking up least popular ones. That doesn't do a fucking thing. Yeah, I got all my links and everything set up. I've tried put up these goals that Twitch suggested and other people suggested. I put those up. That hasn't done anything. I've gotten rid of like all of the random shit on the stream. I still have those overlays. Where is it? The viewer box. Does anybody even remember this? This one is a real throwback. The viewer box and the follower counter. The follower meter. This tip ticker never did anything, but that exists. But yeah, I used to have that on the streams all the time. I've been streaming without it, which personally I like, but I've seen I've sometimes seen people use it in the past. So I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll try that. Maybe that'll change things at some point." That did nothing. Nobody checked that out. Uh, it's it's gradually becoming lower and lower resolution as we watch it. Hang on, I want to see how badly pixelated it can get. Oh my god, it's becoming completely illegible. It looks like fucking, what is it? Fucking Aramaic or whatever the fucking first written language is. It's so fucking illegible now. It's turning into Chinese. The entire fonts have changed completely. Every time it freaking renders the playback of the full screen, and it zooms in a little bit more each time. Oh my god. I'm surprised I can still read any of it at this point. Eventually it should be like that meme where it's like 2 bits, 4 bits, 8 bits, 16 bits, 32 bits, but in reverse. Um Eventually it should just become a pixel on the screen changing colors if we stay here long enough. I can still I can almost read the word Vodkavsky on the screen when it pops up there. But it's very, it's getting bad. The R and the L on the rules thing is becoming invisible over time. Is there anything we've completely lost already from the digital compression? Oh, that the tab in the top left, you can, there's almost no more text left up there, and the URL is definitely illegible. That's almost faded away, as well as some of the buttons on the browser bar. Oh, and like the X and the minimize in the top right, that's gonna disappear in a second. Everything is becoming a different color. The whole bottom bar is black and white now. Oh my god, that's so weird. I never thought it would just turn black and white like that. I don't even know why it has like weird background colors that aren't aligned to the icons themselves. I guess it does that sometimes when you're scrolling. I thought I got rid of that effect on my computer. It's just like moving things around, and the box hopping up and down the fucking PNG tuber box, all of them overlaid on top of each other, one after the other. That's so weird. Now it just looks like any YouTube tutorial you would find back in like 2005. Hi guys, welcome to my tutorial. I'm going to show you how to live stream on twitch.tv, this new website that just came out. Okay, now basically everything is illegible. I don't think I can read a single thing on the screen except for like some individual letters and the giant banners that say like uh, rules and links. and it almost looks like all of the icons on the bottom are either turning white or having color return to them somehow. It is it is gradually turning everything black and white, for sure. This kind of this is almost like a visual representation of how it's been feeling to stream lately, where each stream has been gradually feeling like a tiny percentage worse than the last one in every every respect, like quality and enjoyableness to view and to stream and everything. Oh, you almost can't even read the links anymore. The last thing I can read very clearly is rules, and that's not even very clearly. You can barely read links, and rules is about to be the last thing I can read for sure. Is it just gonna turn everything into a gray blob or a white blob? That's kind of why I'm still watching. I want to see what happens. What there's just like random blobs of color in the middle of the screen. I don't even know why. Like there's just a red dot on the left side that's gradually moving closer to the middle of the screen from the left side. I don't know where that came from. Same with the top right. Where did those come from? It's so weird that it's like draining color from everything as well. I guess one of the ways that video gets compressed is the color gets drawn out each time. This is what happens when you make a copy of a copy over and over again. Like the first, like you can make like 100 copies and it might be fine, but then it's really you start to notice the problems after that. It feels like my eyes are watery looking at this. Unless I focus on the one thing I can read, which is rules. Oh, I can't even read that now. Now I can only clearly see like a U and an S in rules, and that's it. Oh, and not no, it's all gone now. Look at the fucking compression. The red dots gradually moving all over the screen, and the purple from the follow is leaving the follow button. It's doing the opposite of following. It's leaving. This is definitely like a interesting social experiment, I guess. The camera's right there. Oh my god. The text is gradually turning into a couple of white lines. And then I'm surprised there's even still symbols on the bottom of the screen because I feel like all of those symbols on the bottom of the screen should just be like a white line at this point like the text. But it is still going. There's still colors on the screen. You now cannot see the X button or the minimize button in the top right at all. Those have definitely left. And the top left tab, you can tell there's supposed to be something there, but you cannot read it at all. And the URL has almost disappeared. There are some symbols that have at least one in the bottoms of the, like the taskbar at the bottom, one symbol has definitely disappeared completely. Oh, that's normally like impossible to see anyways, so that doesn't really count that much. But the rest are getting ready to disappear. And then they'll just be like a gray blob with a couple of color blobs mixed in. There's going to be this pink bar in the middle of the screen for a long time, and then a lot of random floating red splotches. And then obviously where the overlay is, the follower counter and the view counter at the top, those are obviously going to be the mainstays for any color. But if I turn them off now, if I turn off all of the overlays now and then just watch it fade into obscurity, let's get rid of let's get rid of that. So I've gotten rid of it now, right at this second, and now I'll get rid of the viewer bar, or the follower bar. It just got slightly blurrier. And now I'll get rid of my PNG. Oh no, it's gonna do that now. That ruined it. That ruined it. Oh, because I tabbed out when I had to exit the thing. Or it didn't like tab out, but you know how it does this thing when you're trying to switch windows by hovering over the bar at the bottom, and then it like does that. It shows your desktop for a second and removes all the windows. That's annoying. But now that's going to progressively get blurry as well. Until everything turns into a solid white screen, I would imagine. The screen is eventually going to turn completely solid white or completely solid black. I don't know which. There is a lot of black on the screen because that's like the main theme of my channel, but I don't know. I'm just so curious if it'll be a white screen or black screen. I'm surprised the avatar that's like more towards the top center of the screen is still like visible at all. I thought that would just be a smear, like the text, but you can still tell it's like it's a little PNG tuber guy. Oh yeah, now you can start to see like a solid pixel cube around all of the symbols on the bottom. They're becoming much larger pixels now. And everything is completely illegible at that point. Except this part where it changes to desktop right there. Yeah, that's still legible, obviously. I just want to let it run and see, just for a couple more minutes, just to see where it goes. I'm invested at this point, looking at all the colors and stuff move around. I mean, just look at that. It's becoming a Van Gogh piece. The the purple from the follower bar has almost completely gone away and floated away off to the side. For some reason, my little profile symbol is adopting the red from something else on the left side of the screen there. and the either like the follower or viewer or whatever thing in the bottom sort of center right bottom-ish, that meter that's red, the red is moving away from it now. Uh, oh my God, it's I feel like it just got to a whole new level of bad all of a sudden at once. It's soon going to enter my skill level of MS Paint if I were to try and recreate the screen in MS Paint. So there's the big pink Twitch banner. All of that is floating to the right. It seems like all of the colors are floating to the right for some reason. Yeah, even in the taskbar at the bottom, I think they've moved to the right. Interesting. All of the colors blur, and then as they fade, they go towards the right, and then the icons are left where they were before, but they turn white, and then gradually disappear into a gray blob. And then everything solid black seems to stay solid black for the most part. They turn a little bit gray just because they're not completely solid black. But besides that, black and white are becoming like the only colors. I thought it might keep everything like purple or red or blue or something like that, just because there's a lot of that on the screen from all the different symbols and stuff, and all of the you know, all of the different Twitch colors on the screen and whatnot. But it's actually going to be black and white eventually. After all of the colors fall off the right side of the screen and then disappear, and then we're just left with everything in black and white. But once all of the colors fall off the right side of the screen, there's only going to be black and white left, and then what happens? What happens when all of the colors are finally gone? It's so bad. Oh my God. Every time it does like the scroll up like that right there and then zoom in. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, it's getting so much worse, so much worse, so much faster now all of a sudden. Oh my God. We're getting to the we're getting to 360p compression here. Oh wow. Yeah, we're about to lose our PNG tuber in the middle of the screen at least. Oh my God. How am I still able to tell certain shapes at this point? There's a lot of fading. There's a lot of fading effects added that weren't there before. Everything is fading in and out real slow. That's for sure. I'm surprised that red meter in like the center right is still red at all. The pink bar in the middle of the screen makes sense. That should pretty much stay pink the whole time, but it is sliding to the right. You can see the whole thing has slid to the right a lot. And the follower button is almost completely just white now, with the purple sliding off to the right. This is interesting. I've never done this before. I've never seen this before. Jesus. All right. Well, I think I'll wrap up the stream here. I think we know where this is going to go at this point. It's gradually turning gray for sure. And I'll just leave it to the mystery of the universe if the whole screen will turn white or black. But yeah, that's going to end this channel update. I think I've told you everything uh, that you need to know about where I'm at with the channel, what direction I'm going with the channel, the changes that are coming. The streams will be completely random now, at completely random times, for completely random lengths of time. But I'm going to try to play one game at a time and finish it. And that one game might be interrupted every now and then by like updates or art streams to make sure I can keep up with nice looking thumbnails and stuff, or nice to me at least, okay? It's not gonna be super duper high quality stuff, you know? It's gonna be the quality you're used to, but hopefully with more passion put into it instead of 5 seconds, quickly snip tool, bam, alright, there's the thumbnail. But you know, I do like getting the cool iconic shots from different games. I do like getting like the one of the most recent ones, like the Arbiter from the Halo one. That one's cool. I like the cool different iconic shots and stuff. I like reviewing all of the footage, seeing where I've come from, where I'm going, where I've come from, Cotton Eye Joe, you know, that sort of thing. So that's it. I don't have any plans to change the intro or the outro. I still don't know what I'm really doing with that. The outro I like because, oh, one thing I do want to do eventually, I just keep forgetting about it, but I think about it every now and then, is getting like an actual banner to put up at the end of the stream, um, that says like thank you for watching, and then maybe some music, but I would have to like make it my own music or compile different tracks together in a way that would make it not copyrightable, uh or like get like an AI generated music thing or sound thing, something like that, and then make an end screen at the end of the videos so that way it would make it less abrupt, the end of the videos, and also it would just look nicer on the YouTube videos as well to have that. Um, but as far as the intro goes, I don't want to do like an intro video thing. I feel like an intro video would be too much. I don't like intros because it's like, okay, I don't care about your content or your channel yet until I know what the content actually is, you know? I want to start watching, and then after that I'll figure it out. But if I can't even start watching and you're already advertising your brand and you're trying to get me to like and subscribe and comment and all of that stuff, and we haven't even like I don't even know what the subject of the video really is yet besides what I clicked on, then I'm not jiving with it, you know? That's one thing that I don't like that other content makers do sometimes, is an intro thing. I just want to be like, "Hey, let's play the thing. Let's do what we're doing in the video." And then at the end I'll be like, "Okay, this is who I am. This is blah blah blah." There's links to things, you know? I feel like that would be good. Um I have to think about it. I've been thinking about it, but I haven't put like too much thought into exactly how it would be. Which I could definitely spend an art stream figuring out. I should definitely do that. The only problem with streaming something like that is the audio portion of it can be copyrighted if I'm listening to copyrighted music or something like that. I've even gone like when I was doing like my video games series on YouTube before and I just listened to music in the background while I played games. There was one point where I specifically selected music that said it was copyright free and it still got fucking copyrighted and blocked in some countries and stuff. And I was like, how am I supposed to win? You know? How are you supposed to win when there's all of the fucking copyright stuff that you can't do anything about, you know? I'm sure blind people, or not blind, that's the opposite. I'm sure deaf people absolutely don't care at all about the fucking copyright complaints that all of the content creators have online. They are like, I don't give a shit. This doesn't affect me. Shut the fuck up. Uh, but everybody else who can actually hear the audio and stuff and needs audio stimulation and music in the background of stuff and all that, they are going off constantly, dude. Uh, but deaf people probably don't give a fuck. They're like, I am so free from this issue, and I mean, like, that's gotta be one of the gifts that comes with having that problem. Just not having unpleasant experiences like that, audio conflict and things. Anyways, uh, that'll be it. You know what's going on at this point. Be sure to follow on all of the different accounts if you haven't done so already. Make sure you share the stream with people because I really don't know how else to make the channel grow because I've tried sharing it with people in the digital world space and the real life space as much as you can without being some weird asshole about it, shoving it in people's faces. And yeah, there's a bunch of accounts that I upload content on. I just haven't done it in a long time, but I would like to, and I might at some point in the future if I get the time to do it and I can get the focus on the channel again to do it. I'll be streaming, random, and I have basically nothing else of value to add, so I love you, and I hope you have a good day.